Do you think our creative process works? Here, hold this. I gotta fix the camera so I can see us.
I mean, it worked just now, didn't it?
Bro, what the heck? Give me that, dude. What would you describe our creative process as?
Kind of just chasing ideas. One of us will get something going, and then somehow it'll keep building up. Like, you'll have an idea, I'll get like a lead line going for it, and then we'll put some drums down, or we'll start with drums and I'll come up with some chords. We'll do some keyboard stuff. It was all just kind of like, here's one idea, here's how to make it a little more interesting, and we just kind of keep going up like that.
Do you think we're consistent?
Yes and no.
Why yes, why no?
I think we're pretty consistent in trying to make stuff, but even then our schedule is kind of inconsistent. But we're pretty consistent on having stuff to put out. I would say the content that we make is a little inconsistent, just in like we're constantly kind of putting out different formats or like different focuses. So, because like we're constantly shifting from like performance stuff to like in the bedroom stuff, and then like talking about studio stuff, and then back to performance stuff, and like.
Dude, you're not supposed to tell them about the in the bedroom part, dude. What the heck? The boys gonna think I'm goofy. I like our creative process because I don't like being tied down to like set stuff. I've like tried to start a bunch of series on YouTube and stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do a series, dude. That's not what I do.
The strap got stuck on the bass.
Let's see. All right, we're still plugged in, still tapped in, tuned in, turned on, bro.
Sick.
So I had a comment about someone wanting to know my pod go tone. So Jeremiah is actually one who showed me how to get this little jailbreak patch where you can, built into the pod go, you have 5 pedals and then the stereo effects loop, but if you remove the stereo effects loop, you can actually just have more pedals. So I have plugged into my pedal board. In the top left, I have an auto wall. Below that, I have a stereo looper, which is great for practicing. When you don't hit it the wrong time. Yeah, whatever. And then we go back to the main menu. I have it toggle. I have the ability to turn off the amp, which I think sounds cool. Because I was mostly so that I could play this acoustic electric Tim Henson TOD 10 live and have it not sound super crazy. I mean, it probably sounds, what a jazz rivet. It sounds a little gnarly, but I like it. Then at the bottom, I've had this on the entire time. I tuned all the rest of it to be able to drop volume pretty low, and this saturator is like where I want to be at by default. But if I toggle it off, I can have like nice quiet tones. So this is 100% clean. But I keep that saturator on pretty much all the time because I like how much better everything else sounds with it. Maybe this acoustic wasn't the best to exemplify a Scream 808 with, but you know. This patch was designed with this guitar in mind. Oh, I have the big one in my car. Because that one sounds sick to use. What's your end goal with music?
The ultimate goal for me has always just been to like make people feel good or make people happy. But behind that is really just like making people feel or having the ability to like impact the energy of the room. So that's always kind of been the big thing for me, and really the more ways that I've gotten into music, whether it's learning how to mix, learning more about production, learning how to mic up and record stuff, any of that is really just so that I can continue to enhance my own abilities and my own craft so that I can, you know, continue to bring like positive energy and continue to affect people in that same way. So in a broad sense, that's kind of the end goal. But in a more specific sense, I would love to be a freelance producer and a freelance session instrumentalist. I would say a session drummer because that would be the main thing, but I think by the time I get into that field, I'll be able to also be a session guitarist and session bassist. So, you know, always looking for more work if anybody wants to shoot anything my way. But yeah, that's where I'd like to be touring or recording with all sorts of different people, playing all sorts of cool stuff. And I already got a good solid foundation with that because I've already met a bunch of cool people.
I think my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody, bro.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
That's what I'm trying to do for real, at least for like 2 years. I got it all planned out. Just gonna, me and my bride. I don't know if he gets to come, bro. I don't know. I think the mountain air would do him good, but my bride to be, who I don't know yet, me and her gonna move out to the mountains for 2 years, live that lifestyle, hunt and catch our own food, bro. Forage, you know, I love me some foraging, bro. We're gonna be out away from everything, and then I'll come back 2 years later and be like, oh yeah, video games rule, dude. So let's go break down a little bit more. I'm just gonna hop into Jazz River. Mine's pretty basic. Jeremiah's is a lot more convoluted, so I'm just getting mine out the way because my thoughts are so simplistic on the matter. So yeah, I like the Jazz Ribbon. I keep the drive pretty low. I'm gonna switch back to the Strat. That way you can hear probably my ideal electric tone. So a lot of this finger played. You need like a lot of nice punch and ring with the even at just 0.29 gain. I have a lot of bassy guitar, so I don't want the bass to mellow out, but I keep it at 5.6. So I do like that neck. I play on the neck a lot, and I like the presence. It sounds like it's, I don't know if I classify it as wolfing, more just like break up bassy, but I like it sounding muddy like that. I'm probably not going to say this, probably going to mess with it more later, but
yeah.
Just another cool feature of this pedal board that also you showed me. Oh, I can bring up that minimum now that the screen pedal isn't on. Yeah, bring that to like 4. So I'll go 4 and then that's 7. Play chorus.
That's a gnarly combo.
I've never heard the auto filter be that clear. No. That's a little too much.
You're getting raunchy now.
I actually like how broken that is. So I can like... Alright. That's enough tomfoolery. Not more consistent is because the whole reason I chose this lifestyle and like this... The whole reason I chose to do this was for the flexibility. Because I wanted to be able to do what I want when I want. Like one of my greatest role models is Leonardo da Vinci. Just because like I'm interested in a lot of stuff and I like that he said that you should go out and do other stuff. He's like, go out in nature, go out into like, go draw, go like invent something, go He just do mathematics in his spare time, bro. So like, let me just kill a little time, bust out some math.
Honestly, I've thought about it, but I don't even know where to start with that kind of stuff because I'm like, first of all, that's something you don't like ever tell anybody. So I feel like doing some math right now, but also like, where do you even go when you feel like doing math just randomly?
I think I'd go to the DMV, bro. And I'd start counting people inside there, dude.
Start counting people. I'd start calculating how many fees I think they're gonna have to pay today.
Just like maybe not impersonate a government employee, but like give the implication.
Just sit in like the same chair in the waiting room the entire day. All right, so the way it's set up right now, they're basically a Quan sound as an always on drive right now.
You need more game.
Yeah, so I got the Minotaur and the chorus always on because that's kind of a standard sound for me. I like that. Kind of 80s inspired, like indie dancey kind of sound, so. And we got the Scream at the front, which I found a better alternative for, but we'll get to that.
Hey, I'm gonna let you finish. I just gotta bring my Coca-Cola.
So, standard tube screamer sound just for some boost in front of that. Ooh, wrong chord. Anyway. And then I have a bunch of different things happening on this switch right now, which I'll probably also change in a little bit.
Your volume pedal isn't always. I don't. Or do you have it set to reverb right now?
Yeah, that's for my reverb trails
Gotcha.
right now. So, yeah, this is basically just changing a bunch of EQ options on the amp, like you can see. Changing my drive, changing some of my EQ around, which was mainly thinking about having different types of guitars, but it could also be for different pickups that I'm using. But just gives me some variations on sounds. So like. Then I got my chorus down here, which if we turn that off, just a standard. I have a flanger, which I mainly did for the bridge pickup for some like Andy Summers kind of stuff. You know, can be cool on the other pickups, but mainly did it for that. And then we have the Glitz, which is a really nice modulated reverb, and I have that set up right now actually on the expression pedal so that I can control the decay time on it. So I can keep it pretty short.
Bro, sweeping his hair so much, dude.
Or I can go really, really ambient with it.
I want to control your reverb. Alright, that's sick.
Yep, and then I
I was
have.
controlling your reverb. How does that make you feel?
I feel violated. What the hell, man?
It felt a little too intimate, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I had too much to do with your musical process.
Alright, so. What is this? I just have nothing on here?
You what?
Oh no, that's my compressor. Yeah, so I have some other stuff in the chain, like a compressor right after the amp. I have an EQ all the way at the end. And then that's kind of the gist of it. That's what I got now. However,
It makes me think I didn't talk about my pedal order at all.
yeah, actually, I might end up moving this compressor too, because I like having compressors at the beginning of the chain to level out what's going into my drive signals.
Same.
So yeah, I'll definitely move that. I'm probably gonna swap to a Princeton for my amp because right now I'm running the jazz chorus still. And then
Let's
if
see what
I'm
it sounds like
moving
with
my
Princeton.
yeah, if I'm moving my compressor, I might put my EQ where the compressor is right after the amp. See if I can find the one I'm after here. There she is. I'm gonna throw the pillars in here because that is supposed to be their version of the Plumes by Earthquaker Devices, which I just got the actual pedal for. And I really like the sound of it, so I'm gonna start using that instead of a regular tube screamer. Mode 1 is kind of a Marshall-y sound. Mode 3 is supposed to be the actual quote-unquote tube screamer mode, and then mode 2 is pure op amp or clean boost basically. I'm gonna start somewhere, probably leave that there because that's probably about unity. Let me turn the chorus off.
No, crunchy.
So yeah, there's that, or if you go to mode 1, it's a little more.
You might be able to kill some of the noise if you adjust your gate before the volume pedal.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think I need that disconnect.
I think I'm gonna be here for
Hush,
a couple more
Dorgus.
years just to like build some foundations for myself. And then there's a decent chance that I just end up like moving by myself to Nashville or somewhere and just kind of jumping headfirst into session work because I know I can keep up with it. I just gotta actually get my toe in. What do you want?
Yeah, I definitely want to do the nomadic lifestyle for at least a year or two. Just go and explore. Because now, the 4-hour work week taught me how like it's so much easier than I thought to just go and explore around the world. It's not even nearly as expensive as I thought it was. Once you get there,
See what you done, dog. This is the charging station.
Cage. Let's go to Cage. Come on. Yeah, I definitely want to live the. I would love to experience the nomadic lifestyle just for a little bit, just to see more of the world. Because that's been a big thing on my bucket list. Come on, let's go to Cage. Let's go.
It would be cool to just like, I do want to try kind of like a hermit lifestyle and just kind of see what comes out. Like, kind of like what Yvette Young did recently, just like set up your like perfect home studio out in the woods somewhere. Just be by yourself and see what comes out. See what you can make.
I really like wait, what's his name? He was married to Lisa Bonet for a while. Lenny Kravitz. I love that's how the way I remembered him, bro. But it's Lisa Bonet, bro. She's in the 90s, dude. I mean, so is Lenny Kravitz.
Bro.
But like, he has a house in Brazil and it's beautiful. He has like a farm.
Yeah.
The setup is wonderful. I really like him and Rick Rubin's concepts, like just being able to make music anywhere, just experience the spaces.
Or especially, I don't know where in the world it is. I'd have to look it up. But you've seen like FKJ's home studio videos.
I don't think so, actually.
He's got some videos of like his setup in like the corner of his house basically, but it's just this beautiful like open window space with a bunch of trees and stuff outside. And he's got like a keyboard station, he's got a microphone for saxophone stuff, he's got a small spot where he can put like some drums or a full-on kit. And then he's got like guitars and basses on hand, and he'll basically just kind of like go around the room looping parts until he's got a full thing going.
I just want. See, I see all those people with like a million keyboards. I don't really want that.
I don't need that.
I just want all the instruments I like playing in reach. So like drums easily accessible. Like I could turn in my chair and like go like sit down at them real quick, hammer something out, bass. Because I just want to be like, I think the making is my favorite part of the whole experience. So like, even though there might be better setups for pumping out stuff, I like to just be able to explore for as long as I want.
Well, and that can also make for some really interesting video angles or edits that you can do then, because you can have like wide shots of the whole room and you like jumping around instrument to instrument, picking up different stuff, tracking different things, like working through whatever. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool at some point to have a little basement studio with a bar behind it, because then I could basically have like a 3-section basement with kind of a living space and a bar, and then I can have my console room and then my tracking room.
See, I should separate them, but I just like, it's just laziness.
I mean, that's just for like actual, like proper recording and studio work. Even if it's, you know, just working on like the next Mache People album in there. But I'd also probably have a separate like production desk set up with a guitar rack, a little preset pedal board, or something like the Pod Go or something, so I can do quick tones in and out for guitar and bass. And then probably just a little like MIDI keyboard on a pull-out roller or something. But I don't even know where I'd put that. I would assume at that point I have a big enough house I can have a dedicated production room too, but who knows.
For me, you see, I've already like drawn up the plans. I think I'd like a streaming setup, just be like making music live most of the time, and then be like a content machine, just pumping that out all the time. Because that's one of my favorite things, is playing music in front of people.
Yeah. I think honestly, a lot of my content at that point would shift to, like if I'm doing bigger video ideas, I'd be down in the actual studio, like tracking live parts, doing this, that, and the other. Or if I want to do like more intimate stuff, or just talk about like, you know, like mixing tips, or just working in the box, because I feel like having a mellow day that I can record at the desk.
You know, I want right next to a studio for me, I'd love a listening room, just like a nice comfy chair, and then like some analog gear, like the amplifier, the whole 9 yards, something pretty that glows. Maybe like a set of those glass speakers that look all crazy that you can see the inside. I really like the design of really Art Deco.
Yeah. See, that could be another facet of having like the little bar/social space in the basement, would be having like a little fireplace with a record player hooked up to a hi-fi system.
know, that reminds me, you said hi-fi, and this is not hi-fi, but I need the COS Porta Pros. It sounds so good and so warm. And it's just that sound that it just took me back to the 90s immediately.
Dude, we need to get some contact mics. Some contact mics or some piezo pickups or something so we can start getting some weird stuff.
You put a contact mic on the amp speaker, bro.
See how compressed we can really get. You thought fuzz was the end game.
Oh yeah, I told my friend I'd come help him build his computer tonight. I don't want to do video. We have that too. So I got a lot of content I need to edit.
Honestly, one of the best things that we did for our creative process was just decide like we're gonna make what we feel like making instead of going like, here's the schedule, here's what we were supposed to work on today.
I think that's where our good ideas come from.
Usually,
I feel like I'm a good planner, but sometimes it just doesn't feel, I just don't feel like doing it. The energy's not right. I don't know why you might be